Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to recap some of the big news from E3 2021 Day 3. If this is your first time here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. It means the world to us, and on top of that, as a way of saying thank you, each week we give away 2 free eShop gift cards during our eShop sales videos. If you've been here before, thank you for becoming part of the family and checking out another video. It means the world to us, you know this. Now today's coverage started off with Verizon and it moved over to Intellivision, and it was kind of slow on games throughout the day until the evening hours. So we're going to focus on the game aspects and not so much of the other stuff that went on today. And we're going to start with the Indie Game Showcase. Alright, and the first game they showcased was called Lifeslide. This is an interesting looking game from Dreamtech with beautiful polygon style graphics, something akin to Air. This is a collectathon with an amazing soundtrack. In Lifeslide, players will embark on a journey through life as you master the art of paper flight. This is set to release August 6th for the PC and in 2022 on the Switch. Alright, and next up they showcased Dreamscaper. This comes from publisher Freedom Games, and in Dreamscaper you'll see the player diving deep into your subconscious mind to conquer your nightmares until you awaken once again. And in contrast to that, during the day you'll do everyday tasks and deal with other NPCs throughout the game. Dreamscaper is set to release later this year for the Switch. Alright, and next up we have another outing from Freedom Games, Coromon. This is an RPG with monster taming mechanics. The game offers gorgeous pixel art graphics and some interesting puzzles. The world is filled with giant monsters and bosses, and it looks like it was heavily inspired by Pokemon. Coromon is set to release on PC and Switch later this year. Alright, and next up they showcased Airborne Kingdom. This game comes to us from the Wandering Band, and this is a city builder where you build in the sky with the clouds. Now, as you grow and explore through the sky, you'll interact with new people and face many challenges. You'll help the ground folk to rebuild their cities and uncover hidden secrets. Airborne Kingdom is available now on Steam and coming later this year for the Switch. Alright, and next up they showcased Toy Soldiers HD. This is an updated version of a classic Xbox Live arcade title made for modern gamers. This is a game that offers loads of gameplay and lots of fast-paced action. You'll take control of these toy soldiers in the trench-filled battlefields of Europe during World War I. Toy Soldiers HD is set to release August 2021. Alright, and next up, one of the titles that looked really interesting to us here at the channel, Moo Lander. This is a 2D action platformer from developer The Sixth Hammer. Now the story in this game obviously isn't taking itself too seriously, but this looks like it's going to be an amazing game. I can't wait for this one. In Moo Lander, you'll take control of your civilization's last spaceship in order to explore and find the infinite source of milk. It looks to be a pretty interesting game, set to release 2022. Alright, and next they showcased a multiplayer side-scrolling shoot-'em-up from developer TikTok Games, B.ARK. In this game, you'll help this heroic team of pets blast through waves of enemies on a mission to save the solar system. This game is bright and colorful and offers a difficulty level for new and experienced gamers. Now this game looks like it could be a lot of fun in couch co-op with some family or friends. I hope they have an online mode, but keep an eye on this one later on this year in 2021. Alright, and next up they showcased Neko Ghost Jump. This is a puzzle platformer coming soon in 2021 from Burgos Games. From the look of it, the gameplay, you'll be able to change from 2D to 3D on the fly, which can add some drastic changes to the game. Also, you'll be able to change from your physical form to the ghost form, and all of these things can alter the way that the levels pan out. If you're into 3D puzzle platformers with a twist and kind of a comedic take on the story, make sure you look for Neko Ghost Jump later this year. Alright, and next up they showcased 2 back-to-back simulation titles. The first one being Cat Cafe Manager, and this is another game brought to us from Freedom Games. As I said, Cat Cafe Manager is a simulation game designed for animal lovers. You'll take over as the new owner, and the daily tasks look to be pretty addictive. Help the stray cats and the townsfolk unite, and in the process, fix up this old shop. Cat Cafe Manager's release date says coming soon, so keep an eye open. And like I said, next up they showcased another simulation game, To the Rescue. This is another game coming from Freedom Games, and the last one focused on cats, where this one focuses on a dog shelter. In To the Rescue, your job will be to shelter these dogs, raise them, and eventually place them in the right owner's home. To the Rescue also just has a release date of coming soon, so keep an eye open for this one, and both of these titles promise to be just a relaxing time, probably pretty addictive though. Alright, and next up they showcased Fallen Aces. Now these are the games confirmed on the way but not necessarily coming to the Switch. Fallen Aces comes to us from New Blood Interactive. This is an FPS crime story that looks like it was ripped right from the comics of the early 90s. Now I don't know if a lot of you played Condemned. It was a release title for the 360, but for some reason when I saw this trailer, I immediately thought of that when I saw the combat. Fallen Aces is another title set to release later this year. Alright, and next up they showcased ExtraGalactica. This is a modern take on a beloved arcade classic. Coming to us later this year from Ghost Street Games, the story revolves around the villain from the old school classic being set free. Upset by the outcome of the classic game, he sets his sights on our neighboring planet, Celestro. Now this looks to be a side-scrolling platformer with an amazing pixel art graphic style, and I'm super excited to see more of this game as we approach the release date. Alright, and next up they showcased Slaughter League. This is another game coming from Freedom Games and set to release right around the corner. Unfortunately, that's just the PC version for you Switch fans out there, but they did mention the developer did say they are planning a Switch version for next year. Slaughter League is another one of those frantic multiplayer style games full of deadly obstacles, and it all takes place on the world's most brutal game show. Keep an eye on this one, it's right around the corner, coming later this year. Alright, next up they showcased Dark Deity, once again from Freedom Games. In Dark Deity, players will command legendary heroes to reshape a land fractured by broken oaths, pointless wars, and magical powers. The game does offer over 30 playable characters in this tactical style RPG, and each one is voiced as well. You can really feel that a lot of passion has gone into this game. Make sure you look for Dark Deity later this year. Alright, and the last game we're going to highlight from the Indie Game Showcase is One Lonely Outpost, once again from Freedom Games. This is a simulation style game where you're tasked with bringing back to life a dying planet. Players will start off solo and with just enough supplies to get started. From there, you're tasked with building your small community into a great city, and players will spend a lot of their time exploring for more materials and supplies. One of the unique features here is they offer two different ways to build and grow. You can either go all natural or infuse your crops and things like that with tech. One Lonely Outpost is set to release early in 2022. Alright, and after the Indie Gaming Showcase was ended, we had the Capcom presentation. I think this is probably the one that most people were waiting for throughout the day. They started off the presentation discussing the success of Resident Evil Village, and tied that in to announcement that RE-Verse, which is a multiplayer style Resident Evil game, is set to release and coming next month. Now I've been a long-time fan of Resident Evil, having gone back and played the originals several times. So I'm excited to see what the community thinks about it and if it turns out to be a pretty decent game. Alright, and next up you could feel the anticipation building as they started to discuss Monster Hunter Rise. Now while we didn't get much new information for Rise, what we did get was an all-new Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, and it got a trailer at the Capcom event. They even announced, starting June 25th, there'll be a downloadable demo with the ability to carry over your save data to the full game should you decide to buy it. They even sweetened the pot by announcing there will be free title updates and DLC, with the first one coming July 15th. For gamers out there who like to buy different levels, there will be a deluxe edition with some bonus goodies and extras added in. Alright, and Capcom closed off their presentation with The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, coming to us for the first time in North America on July 25th. These games have a massive following outside of North America, so it's exciting that we're able to play it finally here in North America. Ace Attorney Chronicles are visual novels, where you'll immerse yourself in a dramatic yet charming world of evidence gathering, deduction, and courtroom battles. And this package includes 2 full titles for one great price. Once again, look for this one July 25th, 2021. Alright folks, and that's going to conclude the coverage from Day 3, mostly Switch related, with a few extras thrown in for a couple of our viewers who asked for some other games and some other systems. Alright, and with all of that being said, I want to take another quick moment and say thank you to everyone for watching the video, joining the family. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and remember that each week it will enter you in for a chance at one of 2 free eShop gift cards. All you have to do is head over to the eShop sales video that we post every Sunday, check that out, make sure you follow the instructions on that video, and you enter right in. So far, all 4 winners from the past 2 weeks have received their codes. We'll see what they decide to get. Maybe they'll buy something from this list. Alright, little man, you know the deal.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!